Hi, so my name is Charlie Holdermote and I'm going to be talking to you about sighting a fire. So as you can see, we've got our fire square here and we've got our logs set out around, and then beyond the logs we've got our rope boundary. So that's to stop people running directly into our space. So when we were looking to where to put the fire, we were looking at the ground and we've removed quite a lot of the vegetation. Since I've been away, this ground elder has come back up, so I would remove that before lighting this fire. But we've removed all the mulch and we checked the type of the soil it is. So gritty soil and stony soil and sandy soil is really good. If it was peaty, that would not be a good choice because it can burn down and it can spread, the fire can spread. So we're happy that this is a good place to have a fire. And so now I'm going to talk to you a bit about fire lighting. So when we teach fire lighting, we have the respect position. So 3 points of contact with the floor. So always kneeling with one knee down. And I've got my foot on the floor here. And I'm ready at any point to move back away from the fire. So we call that the respect position. And when teaching our young people about collecting firewood, we'll take them on a walk. This is a great chance to do some tree ID and talk about the best types of wood for fire lighting. But we are looking, as we wander around, for dead branches hanging off trees, and bits of wood that have fallen off and got caught in the branches of trees and have naturally been drying. And especially as yesterday we had a lot of rain, everything will be quite damp in this wood. So we are a mixed woodland here, and we're by a lake, as you can hear the geese. I think it's the swans actually having a bit of a party down there. But we've got a mixed woodland, and so there's lots of different types of wood that would be really useful. Thankfully we've got a lot of ash, and that's a great type of wood to burn. We've got holly, we've got silver birch, so the bark's really good. We've got King Alfred's cakes that grow here, so we're really lucky we've got natural fire lighters. So they're just some of the wood that we might use. As it's been so wet, I have brought some extra bits into the forest, and I'm just going to show you now a little bit about what we might add to our fire. So once we've collected all our sticks, and again we're looking for those dead branches, we're looking for those bits that have been hanging in the trees naturally drying, and we can start to grade our sticks. So we're going to start with our tinder. So the tinder is the first thing that we're going to light that's going to get our fire going. So I've brought in, just to show you some examples, and we've got some pine cones, and we know they're dry because they're open, their scales are open. If there was moisture they would be shut. These are great predictors of the weather. And we've also got some lovely dry pine needles, so these go up really quickly. Something else is silver birch bark. So we would want to prepare this, we would want to make it more fibrous than it is, and this would be great to start our fire. And if we look in the middle, I've just prepared a Siberian fire lay. So on the base, and because it is so wet, I've brought in some pre-chopped, I've pre-chopped these sticks here. But a Siberian fire lay, you have 3 or 4 sticks laying on the bottom, and these channels, these gaps, allow the air to run through. And it just means when your fire's burning down, it's going to be burning down into a base of dry wood, rather than this very, very wet ground because we've had a lot of rain. And then I've got some dried grass, and then I've got some cotton wool. So instead of cotton wool, I might want to use King Alfred's cakes as a natural fire lighter. I might even want to try my pine needles or my silver birch bark. But to make it easy, just to get started, we're going to use cotton wool. And so I'm going to put that on there. And then what I'll show you later is I'm going to light this, and then I'm going to be adding my sticks. And this is where we talk about grading our stick size. So as you can see, I've got my silver birch pile here. So these are really thin twigs, and what you're looking for as well is you're looking for the snap. So when you're breaking these off, they're snapping and cracking and they're brittle. If there's bend in them, then there's moisture, and that's not going to burn so well. So you want to start with little twigs, and silver birch twigs are brilliant. Again, we've got some pines, we've got some dead pine needles, and then we've got some thicker pine sticks. So we can use our fingers to judge the size. So we want to be going up to finger size, to thumb thickness, and eventually we'll get our logs on and they'll be the thickness of our arms. So our sticks are getting ever increasingly bigger. Again, nice crack in that stick there. And then the next size up, and so on, until we're putting our big logs onto the fire. So that's just to give you an idea. And then in the next video, I'm going to start by building on my Siberian fire lay and doing kind of a lazy pyramid. So we're going to be using a fire steel, and I'll teach you how to use that in the next video. And then we're going to be adding our sticks onto our fire, and we're going to keep this fire going for a good 10 minutes and longer, because actually I'm also going to be cooking using this fire today.